Hey guys, what's up? This is a vlog. Look at it. Whoa, crazy. I don't do these ever, but it was requested that I do some of these. So this is like, one, I was just sitting down, I was recording some No Man's Sky gameplay for videos, editing a video. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm doing. Here. There we go. This is what I'm doing. And I was like, why not? Why not? I'll just record this. And I'll just show you, like, in the life of JustJarrod. What does he do? Well, this is what I do. I just got finished recording a different kind of video that will probably be up on maybe this channel, maybe a different. It'll probably be on a different channel, so you might not actually ever see it if you don't subscribe to. I'm making a new channel. We're not going to talk about it. It's not focused on No Man's Sky. Oh, look at that. Nice scenery. It's not focused on indie games. It's completely new, and it's something I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to see how that works out. But that's off topic. So we got No Man's Sky right here, because I'm about to record some gameplay, and I also just recorded a bit. And I'm also recording, or editing this video here that I got. It's about 3 a.m. my time, so we got this video here. I'll give you a little preview here. I mean, same stuff, nothing. I mean, that intro is so nice. This music, I love it. How's it going, everybody? My name is JustJarrod, and welcome back to another. Anyway, that's all you can see. That'll be up before this video, so you will have seen that. That's what I'd like to see in No Man's Sky: large creatures. That'll be up before this weird vlog thing will be up. And I'm also making the thumbnail for this video, so I'm going to show you guys me making a thumbnail because I was like, why not? I actually love making thumbnails, and like my thumbnails, they're basic. I'm big into basic, but stand out-ish, right? Every thumbnail needs to stand out, right? So people click on your videos. But I'm really into like clean thumbnails, nothing that's popping out, no like crazy graphics, really clean. And I like the shattered look, which I'll show you in a few seconds. So let me set up the camera on this tripod down here, and I'll get the best possible angle onto the screen as I can. I have an L desk, so it's a little backward. It's a little weird, so I can't like set up the camera here because there's nothing here. Alright, so like an idiot, I for some reason didn't think about just screen capturing my computer and showing you how to do that and just recording separately my audio. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, so it turned from a vlog into, I don't know, whatever this is. So enjoy. We're just gonna, casually make this video. Because I set up the camera, but it was such a weird angle. I'm like, why don't I just screen cap it? Window capture with OBS, record my audio separately, and then just line it up. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It is a little different, but hey, why not, So anyway, what I usually do is I start with a black background, and then it's very simple, right? I've got, oh, that's opening up on the wrong thing. Here we go. I've got so many frickin' folders full of other stuff that a lot of this stuff I really need to delete. I've actually, on here, I've got all my thumbnails from ever saved, right? So here I've got, what are these? Let's see. Okay, this can all be deleted. This was all for that really, this was all for the journey time lapse. All those can go. So I've got all my thumbnails. So these are my old thumbnails from years, 2 years ago. Back when I was still doing Let's Plays. Check this out. Let's Plays, guys. These are my thumbnails back in the day. My first ever thumbnails were, they looked like this. JustJarrod, that was my logo that I made myself. Crazy cool, I know. And then they kind of formed, once I went to No Man's Sky, started using this font because it's a lot easier to read. And then this is American Captain font, and then this is, I think this is Blue Highway. I still use Blue Highway. as a font. And then my logo eventually changed to that, which I didn't make, and I started using the space, generic space, like in the background. I mean, and even then, right, this was my Let's Play, so I was using these fonts, which are super hard to read, which you never want to do. Never want to do that. But this is back when I, yeah, played the Uncharted 4 multiplayer beta. Wow, this was, really? Uncharted 4 multiplayer beta? I don't know. It's been so long, I don't remember. I played Uncharted 4 that long ago? Oh my gosh. Anyway. So yeah, went kind of from that, and then, you know, this is another No Man's Sky. This was like an old time lapse back before the game came out. Then it kind of progressed from there. I mean, this is a newer one. As far as new, this was still before the game came out. This was when you were doing all the trailer breakdowns, which was kind of cool. And this was back when I was doing like indie games. So these are all like old thumbnails that I always saved. And then that's in this old thumbnails folder. Then I have new thumbnails, which is kind of the next step in thumbnail creation. This was, you know, indie games. I love the thumbnail layout here with the border, the colored border, and then the black border, and then the one color matching, and then the white letters. I'm big on like simplicity and white letters, and I like the shattered effect where like this is like two images and it's cut down the center here. And this is actually the game I was just talking about playing on the channel. Very pretty game. And I played, I think, 4 episodes of it. So yeah, this is the thumbnails where I had like the colored border and like the matching, and they're really good thumbnails. Let's see, another indie game one, Where Cards Fall, and this was just the black border. I really do enjoy the borders. But before I was doing, I was doing this weird, kind of faded border along the words, which I stopped doing. And a faded border here, and like it was shattered and it was faded. That's what I mean by shattered, as far as like the background. It's like shattered glass, because like different images. I really started loving to do that. And it's just like really simple thing, and I don't, you know, I use this software is GIMP, which is like a free Photoshop. I have Photoshop, but just never learned how to use it because I started using GIMP before, because I didn't have Photoshop, and I didn't feel like, you know, teaching myself how to use Photoshop. And this is another one back, you know, I could always just do this. Community celebration. This was a year ago. No Man's Sky community celebration. That was a year ago. And then I've got like things for the anthem that I was covering on the channel that I now moved to my other channel, which if you want to check out, if you guys ever are interested in my other channels, I have 2 others. One that covers indie games and one that covers anthem. The indie game one may eventually just kind of come back and combine with this channel. Who knows? And the anthem one, I do still do videos, but there's really no news ever. These I especially liked. These 5 random No Man's Sky tips videos. I stopped doing these because it ended up being me having to go find the tips, because I don't really have tips for you guys, because everybody knows most of the stuff, you know. Anyway, so there's that. And then we have my very new thumbnails, which I call third tier thumbnails, which are a little bit more, they're a little bit more messy, but I do like them, how they are. I tried experimenting with different fonts, but I'm not really a fan of this like hard edge stuff. I love the Dreams thumbnails. This one's that was an old one. Let me find like a relatively new one. This one here. I love the Dreams thumbnails. This just solid black border, and the black like abstract like weird lines. So like before I was just doing down the center diagonally or you know whatever. These like weird kind of shatter effect thing. I love that now. And then matching with the border, you know, here. And that's kind of how you know it's a Dreams video. It'll have the Dreams logo in the corner. And I do the same thing with No Man's Sky now. Or how you know it's a No Man's Sky video is it's got the No Man's Sky atlas up here in the top right. If not a lot of people notice it, it's because it's pretty minimal, but I do love it. And then the kind of diagonal kind of sets off the shatter effect for throughout the thumbnail. And I just use No Man's Sky screenshots that sometimes actually match what I'm talking about. Sometimes you can't really do that. So that's kind of where I'm at now. And then sometimes this is what I was experimenting with. Like I love like abstract and like really sharp, not sharp, but like uneven lines, things like that. So I was experimenting with new thumbnails. But yeah. I do generally like, and then when it comes to like important videos, I just like straight, like I just put it on there. I don't do anything pretty or whatnot. Sometimes these like I add these in, and that was to kind of fill in that spot and to make it to give it kind of like a distinct. It's like a color that matches, but it's a solid color, so it kind of brings the focus almost here instead of where you're looking everywhere. So I was using that red because that red is the atlas center color. And then yeah, I tried doing like white in the back, but I'm not a fan of that. Whoops. Anyway, let's we've talked for so long. Sorry, it was just a flashback for me. So I save all that stuff. Anyway, I needed that open. I was going to in here somewhere. I do believe it's in here. I've got just this thumbnail template, which is just the corner thing, so I don't have to make that every single time. So there's that, and then what we do is we just get, so this is large creatures is the video. So we go, I do have in my pictures I've got, where the heck is it? Oh, my No Man's Sky journey, and I've got all of them, all my screenshots, the 2016 screenshots, and my favorite ones, all here. I don't think I have. I mean, I've got a Diplo here for a creature, and I've got this guy here as well. I might throw this guy in here. He's pretty cool. All right, and then I just scale this down. Doodle-doodle-doo. A good bit. Probably put this guy here in the corner. So I try to line it up with the atlas border in the background, because this black border's got to go all the way across. So there's not going to be an image there. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of cut out relatively where I want. I think what I'm going to do is this is going to be the main focus. Is this creature? As far as like what the video's about. So I'm just going to cut this out. And then paste it back in, put it to a new layer. This isn't a tutorial, so I'm not like teaching people how to do this. I'm just kind of showing you how I usually go about things. And then I'm going to cut out like a portion of the bottom for the border, like so. And then relatively there's the first image. And then what I'll do is put this over top of it. And then click the image, so I still have for the images, I have that selected, and then I'll cut it like this with this tool to give the No Man's Sky logo separate, so it's not touching the image. That looks relatively alright. And then I'll cut this, and it'll cut it out of the image that I had selected, so I move it back. You got that cut out nicely. So alright, there's that, and then let's go back. So these are all good screenshots, and they're all great, but I've used these screenshots so many times because these, I haven't transferred I hadn't transferred my recent No Man's Sky screenshots in ages. So these are old ones, so that's probably why you see like multiples in the same videos all the time. Now I've got my more recent screenshots on here, which are all these. All these are more recent. I only have a few that aren't on here, and then I kind of just take screenshots that can add like a lot of color to the thumbnail without me like completely, you know, crazily adjusting the contrast and whatnot. So I do like this screenshot quite a bit. Then we're gonna move it up here, scale it down. So I don't do a lot, but I do enjoy, like I said, I like simple screenshots. I'm actually gonna turn this, I think. I do like simple, not screenshots, simple thumbnails, but you know, I like making them look cool. I think they look cool. I mean, I enjoy making thumbnails, and usually what I'm doing is I usually listen to music as well when I'm doing these. All right, I think that's pretty good, and what I'm going to do is, I think, cut it like here. I'm going to leave a gap because that's going to be the shatter, or the crack in between the images. Now there's tons of shortcuts for like stuff that I do, but I don't ever really, since like the process I do is not long usually anyway, I don't really, there's probably like a lot of key binding or like keys I can be hitting that, you know, select different things for me and stuff like that, but since it doesn't really take me long anyway, I don't really deal with how to do things faster. Plus I like the process that I have really right now. So there's the second part. I usually do 3 or 2 images, because 4, it's thumbnails are small, right? Thumbnails are pretty small, so you're not seeing the images that much anyway. So when it comes to 4 screenshots, it gets pretty crowded. What else do we want to use? This is one of my favorite screenshots I've ever taken. Look at this screenshot. This thing is crazy, man. It looks like fan art. It really does. The screenshot is so good. Do I want to use that? Yeah, we'll use that. I mean, this right here is taken with the vintage filter, but we're gonna use the regular. Maybe I'll record my screenshot. I was going to do a video where I showed all my screenshots off. Maybe I'll do it this way and then just talk about them, instead of, you know, putting some music and whatnot. That'd be cool. I might actually record that right after this. I was really tired, but that's a pretty good idea, I think. Alright, so what I see that I've done here is that it's going to be pretty tough to put this screen. See, if I put the screenshot here, it's fine, but I don't like that this is like covered. So what I'll probably end up doing is just cutting another part of this off, making it like that. Cut this like triangle off. So that way it's a little more obvious as to what this is in the background. And actually I might scale it. Oop. Scale it a bit more and move it. I think like that's pretty good. And should I change this? No, yeah, okay. We'll leave it like that, I think. Yeah, and that way it kind of adds like a brighter color over to this side, because this is pretty like white and dull. Alright, let me go ahead and take this off the top. Over here, take this off for the border. There we go. It should look relatively okay. I think that's like a little too low, so I'm just gonna use the keyboard, move it up one so it's a little even. Okay, and then all I do is take this and attempt to make this even with that, which actually that looks really good. Cut this out. And then delete the rest, like so. Alright, so that's generally it. And then usually as far as touches go, so like this is super light in color, so what I'll do is just change the contrast. Because like contrast in thumbnails is huge on YouTube, because it makes things stand out quite a lot. As you can see, this is basically the original, right? Or I can mess with it and kind of give it a lot more like well, contrast. So that looks a lot better. And then this one will be a little tougher because it's got a lot of brightness. So like if I mess with the contrast like that, it's gonna affect it. Not really a fan of how it's looking color-wise with this. This creature I got here. I might just mess with the colors in general. Usually I don't ever change the actual color, because then it's not like an actual screenshot. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I usually don't have to go this far into like changing things. But I don't like how it's so white. But I do want a larger creature, and I have other pictures, but since I've already got this one placed pretty well, I'm not sure what color to go with. I've already got like a purple. Maybe I'll go for just a little darker, like a reddish pink, and then we'll change the contrast and the brightness a bit. Yeah, there we go. I like that a lot. A lot better, because that at least is a little bit more colorful rather than, and it doesn't look like, you can't really tell I messed with color. If I would have just had that screenshot like that, you wouldn't have known, so. Alright, and that's basically it. That's the thumbnail, just like that. I like it. I like the black separating it. And this is awesome. I love this little touch, that thing that I made. Because I started using the atlas in the thumbnails, but then I was like, why don't I just put it in the corner? And I think it fits really well. It's really subtle. You can't really tell unless you really know it's there. Then I just export it wherever the heck I export these things now. Pictures, third tier thumbnail, third tier. I can't say that, but it's funny. And then this will be No Man's Sky changes. I'd like to see large creatures. And export. And there we go. That's how I make my thumbnail. Wow, that was a 20-minute video. It was pretty long, but it's fine. I think it's fine at least. Something different that I felt like uploading. And I think maybe if this one works out well, I'll do the screenshots. I'll kind of run through screenshots and talk about them and just do it this way. I think that'll be a lot better than just putting music behind it and just uploading it. Because I do like talking about screenshots. It just reminds me of stuff. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, for No Man's Sky content, news, and gameplay. This is kind of a different off-the-record type deal that I might end up doing, like more vlog type things and other things that I haven't done because I think they're pretty cool, and I want to delve into that side of interacting with you guys more as far as on a personal level, so I think that'll be cool. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a good one, and peace out.